Hey everyone, this is Shika from the Sticky Samosa. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the September budget setup in my Erin Condren monthly planner. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow my journey on YouTube, Etsy and budgeting. I also do functional planning spreads in my passion planner, so be sure to check out those videos after this one. Now let's get right into it. So I've already gone ahead and set up the pages in my Erin Condren monthly with my September budget stickers. You can pick them up in my Etsy shop and I'll have the link in the description box below. I ship to the UK domestically and also to the US, so if you are a friend from the other side of the Atlantic, then make sure you check out my shop if you like what you see. I think I've finally figured out the best way to film these, and that is to have all of my categories and bills written out before we start, and then I fill in the numbers as we go. I also use in my budgeting lineup is a spreadsheet which you can use like Google Docs, and it's free, I believe. I also use a budgeting app called YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, and that basically tracks our expenses, and we input all of our spending in there, and it updates all of the spending categories as we update it. So if we spend every day and we update the app every day, then it gives us the most up-to-date balance. The purpose of me explaining that to you was to just mention that I don't just use my budget planner, and I probably never had a real budget planner before, so this is new to me, but I'm finding that I have a deeper connection with the numbers because I am writing them out and updating this every week. And we are pretty much cashless spenders for the most part, so I think that connection with your money is strengthened by having a budget planner. So that's just some background. And we have a lot of fixed expenses, which is why I roll over into the next page. I also have the more traditional kit where it has a variable and fixed on one kit. So if you could fit all of your budget onto 1 or 2 pages, then you know that's definitely what you should go for. And by that I'm referencing this, and you can have any month put on this, but essentially it's your income sources, your totals, and then this washi strip is split into variable and fixed, and then your total expenses here, and then your potential remaining. So if you can fit your budget onto fewer sheets of paper, then that's, you know, hats off to you guys. So I cannot, which is why I've split mine out into fixed, my debt tracker and variable expenses, savings tracker and sinking funds. And then we go into the weekly check-ins right there. You might see the lighting changing because yesterday's weather was very overcast and then thundery, and I did lose the light and had to use my studio ring light, which is really small, but it's all I have right now, so I'm just making it work. So do bear with me. So let's just get right into the video. This page I do not fill in on camera because I don't share mine or hubby's income, and that's just a personal decision. And then all of these I can only fill in after I filled in the rest of my budget. So for now, let's just fill in the dashboard page, and I've already gone ahead and put in some post-its so I can easily fill this in. So for my planned spending, we have got our Amazon Prime annual payment coming out, and I think this should still be $79. And then we've got our car insurance payment coming out in September, and we can't get quotes until we're actually in September, and right now we're still in August. So right now I don't know what that's going to be, but it's usually between $700 and $800. And then we've got some birthdays. We've got my dad's 65th birthday, and then we've got my brother-in-law birthday. So I know that I want to make sure we have some money put aside in our gift section of our sinking funds. And then in our goals section, we are going to be doing a pantry challenge. So that is to help keep our grocery costs down. And normally we aim to have £200 in savings every month from our variable categories. And we are aiming for £300, as I want to aim higher, as we have been managing to save the £200 a month. And I thought, let's just try £100 more, which I think will be a challenge, because even meeting the 200 was difficult at times, you know. I can't pretend that sticking to a number is easy. It really isn't. It requires a lot of conscious effort and really digging deep into what you think you need and what your wants are. And I don't ever want someone to look at my videos and be like, oh, it's so easy to save money, it's so easy when you have a high income. And I can definitely tell you that as your income rises, and usually your cost of living also increases, and it's hard to, once you've fallen into that trap that most of us fall into, once you've had your light bulb moment when you're like, I want to save some more money, it is really hard to undo the years of spending as you have been, and it's not easy. And I just hope that comes across in my videos, and if it ever doesn't, I just wanted to be really upfront and say it's not easy and it takes a lot of effort on our part to do that. So yeah, so £300 in savings is one of our goals. And then I've written limit unbudgeted. Now, I don't really like to write goals that aren't easy to measure, so I feel like I just made this one up, so I'm using up one of the spots. But I really do want to limit the unbudgeted costs this month because they can creep up very, very quickly. And then I've written less than 5 Amazon transactions. And we do have, I have a monthly subscription to Kindle Unlimited, which is $7.99 here in the UK. And I do think it's a luxury, but I read books really, really quickly, and I feel like for me it's paid off. So that is one of these 5. So we can't have any more than 4 additional Amazon transactions. Now, changes to our budget. We've had a significant change to our budget, and this is the reason why I am aiming to save more this month. We have got a new sinking fund. Actually, I guess they're both additions, so I'll just do car deposit. We've got a new sinking fund, and we need to save £1,500 by August 21. So that is £136 a month that we need to set aside. And then the second one is our iMac payments. I've just recently bought an iMac on 0% finance, which is really lucky because they removed that 4 or 5 days after the Maxwell release, and this is a whopping 288 pence. I'm fairly comfortable that we can make this work, so it just means that we need to be really, really careful with other areas of our budget because we are adding on 336 pounds of like payments into our budget. So I really, really want to squeeze as much as we can out of any other areas of our budget. And this is my financial tracker. I sort of created on a whim just because I was not sure what to use for this dot grid space, and this will get filled in with all the weekly check-ins, so that's not nothing we need to worry about. And then as we get into the budget, you'll see that I will be stuffing my digital envelopes from my paycheck. So you'll see my YNAB stuffing on the left here. If you see a bill that I fill in my budget planner but not in my digital envelope, and that's just because I get paid first. So we are in the fixed expenses section of the budget. Mortgage I don't disclose just because you can add everything up and figure out what I get paid or what we get paid. So don't fill this out on camera. So I've broken this up into sections. The first is like house and car, and hubby pays for these out of his paycheck, so you won't see these being stuffed in the digital envelopes. Let's go. Gas and electric is 130, and then council tax is 150, water is 49, we're on a water meter, cable is 72, and then car payment is 431.99. We've got a lease which is due to run out next year, so that is why we are prepping for a deposit, and we'll see what we can get for that money. And now you should start seeing some stuffing on the left. Okay, it's contact lenses. My monthly amount is 24, and then O2, which is my phone bill, is £60.60. Pet insurance is £23.58. Windows is 13. Commute should be 0 because I'm not going to work right now. Vodafone is hubby's phone bill, and that is £23.91. Hubby's still on his old phone, and I got the brand new phone, which I'm planning to keep for a good amount of times. Gym, I've frozen it again, so that's normally 57, but it's frozen till the end of October. Apps is, I believe it's £8.98, which includes iTunes subscription. Giving is £8, and then cushion is, we budget 200, and you'll see me stuffing my half, which will be £100. And then Photoshop is £9.98. And then Instant Ink is £7.99, and then Canva Pro is £11. Netflix is $11.99. Spotify family is $14.99, and then Pact is, it's normally $20.58, so $20.85, and then Kindle Unlimited is $7.99. And then we're still in the fixed expenses section. So Barclaycard, the fixed amount is $175, and we fixed it at that amount so we can start actually paying down the balance. Tesco loan is £40, MB&A is £60, M&S is $100, and then $57.90 for our bed, and then the new edition of the iMac, which is $288. And then we've got a small snowball of $44.88 because we had one debt was paid off in July, and we are using that to pay more for the M&S. So I've just split it out, and then I'll just repeat what I've done here. So payment in is $175.40, and then MB&A is $60, and then M&S I'll add the two together, so that's $144.88, and then the bed is $57.90, and the Apple payment is $200.88. And then we're now in the variable expenses, which comes out of my paycheck for the most part. So for groceries, we budget $350, and that includes alcohol. Eating out is $120. Kitty is also another $120. Household and beauty is $20. Miscellaneous is $140. Home decor is, put something very specific for it, so $22.64. And then medical is $60. And then let's just do fun whilst I'm here, because that comes out of mine, it's $110. And then the other two are paid from hubby's paycheck. So we've got $120 and $20. Okay, I can see that we have budgeted an extra £100 for fun, so just going to do that. So that will be $210, and then we never budget for unbudgeted, so that's always $0. And then the savings challenge, I can fill this in at the end of the month only. Emergency fund, what we try and put a very small amount in, but any amount is better than no amount in my opinion. We try and put £131 in just from the monthly savings, so I'm just going to leave that for now. Basically I'm going to leave all of this now because we might manage to squeeze more money, but our monthly amount that we try and give is $131 as like a non-negotiable. So I'll just write that down here. And then we go into the sinking funds. As we're still in August, I haven't closed out the sinking funds from August, so I can't give you a beginning balance. All I can do is fill in what we plan to pay in. So for house, and there's a lot in house, you'll see as I'm scrolling through on the left here, you'll see that we roll up a lot of categories within this one sinking fund, and so that is $144.75. We're saving up for our sister's wedding, and that's $83 a month. Gifts is $60, and that is a gift for any other occasion like birthday, housewarming, baby shower will come out of this category. Birthdays is hubby and I, or our cat's birthday, and we put aside $42 a month. Christmas is $30. Sales is $30, so that's like Prime Day and Black Friday. Diwali is $33, and then I think the rest are paid by hubby's paycheck. NFL 2021 London is $74. Annual social is $75. Haircut, I won't put any money in because we've got enough money in there right now. And PSN Online, that is for 2 PlayStations, it's £9 a month. Hubby's contact lenses, £10 a month. Clothing and footwear, $50 for clothing, and then $20 for footwear. That's basically trainers. And then home maintenance is £30, and then the new one that we're adding in is a car deposit, which is $136. So that is a lot of money that we are putting away for future spending. So I'm just going to do a quick total and see if it matches my spreadsheet. Yep. Okay, so we are putting aside a whopping £826.75. And then let's have a look, and then we go into the weekly check-ins, which I don't need to fill in. And then I've got my confessions page, which I will write down anything that I would like to put on my wish list. Hopefully in the unbudgeted area it will be a minimum. And then the impulsive section is if I bought it anyway, which it happens to all of us, and we are only human at the end of the day. Okay, so let's just do a quick flip through. We filled in the finance dashboard with our planned spending and changes to the budget and any goals we have. And then we've got our fixed expenses, which I will total up at the end of the month off camera because I need to include the mortgage. And I can add up our debt payments here whilst I have you. Okay, so we are putting £678.66 towards our debt, and that is a big chunk. Apple payments are on a 0% finance, so we will most likely keep it as such and not overpay, because it would be really good to pay down the other debt first, and everything is on a 0% interest. That's why we are letting a small snowball start now, and we're trying to keep as much money as we can for emergencies. And we filled out our variable expenses, and savings tracker is pretty empty because I know that this amount will fluctuate. And then the cushion amount, we treat it as a fixed expense, but if we need to use it like we did in, let me flip back to August. So here I wrote gardener cost came from, the plan was for it to come from savings, but we decided to use our cushion so we're not dipping into our savings. And the cushion is an amount of money that we would like to build up as a buffer in our own accounts, and my goal is to have £1,000 in each of our accounts as a buffer. So there is that, and then I will fill out the stalker stats for September once we are done with August. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow my journey on YouTube, Etsy and budgeting. If you like any of these stickers, you can find them in my Etsy shop, which I'll link in the description box below. Make sure you go and check it out. I ship domestically within the UK and also to the US. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!